Hey guys, we are near Ulm now, almost at home.
1 hour. Less than 1 hour.
Less than 1 hour. Let's talk about the expansions of Dogfighters.
Many expansions.
Many expansions. There are a lot of ideas. But the most crazy thing is we not only have ideas, we make them real. We bring them to life. Let's talk about the things we brought already to life. And there is the most dominant of all, the Fortress. The Fortress is a really interesting thing. You have seen it, or you can see it on Kickstarter. The Fortress is a fortress.
A giant tower fortress.
A giant tower.
Rotating movable elements. You have segments that they are rotating. Every turn they're rotating one step in clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, and so on.
It's randomly.
And not randomly. Every time the opposite direction. But you're never sure if some movement is locked. Sometimes it not work, and then they not keep on moving that direction. So you can a little bit plan how they move and where the weapons and the systems are aligned to, but maybe they have some interruption and then they stop rotating, and then you maybe fly directly in the spot of the artillery or whatever. So you have to be careful.
You have the walls, the outer perimeter of the fortress, which is a very interesting thing because it's bristled with flak turrets. So you have to kill the outer perimeter to engage the fortress itself. And around the fortress there are 3 hangars where dogfighters are launched from. So you have to plan your approach. And if you don't kill the sensor array on top of the fortress before the end of turn 6,
and then you have
they call for reinforcements, and you're lost. You have lost. So you have to plan your attack, and it's almost mandatory to cooperate. So you have to cooperate if you have the core box and the fortress expansion. You have to cooperate with your guy or with your friend who's playing the Saxons and you're playing the Bavarians, or other way around. You have to cooperate because beware, you will not stand a chance against this fortress. Marcus and me, we tried it with the green. They also have experience. We tried it with the green one. It was a really hard fight. The experience one was a really tough nut. But there is also a veteran and the ace fortress. And I think this is something we will include in the challenges. You unlocked as a stretch goal on Kickstarter. If ever one of you ever kills an ace fortress, we will think about something special for you.
If it is realistic, no idea, but it's awesome. It's fun.
Yeah, it's really hard enough to crack. So this is the fortress. It's an eye-catching thing. It's one of the most impressive expansions we have. But we have other ones. What have
airships? Airships 3 times in our airships expansion.
Yeah, let's talk about airships. We have an expansion that have 3 airships. 3 airships.
What we take for the start, the pirates.
The pirates. Yeah, we have a pirate airship. It's a unique design. We don't have anything like this before. It in essence looks it's a patchwork ship. It looks like if you take one of the river ships, and you bind it at a giant balloon. That's the way it looks like.
Take what they get and combine it to some kind of
take some steel cables and put this thing into the air somehow. It has 2 docking points. It's quite fast. And it has 2 docking points, and it's part of a squadron, of a pirate squadron, of a misfit squadron we want to introduce. We're not perfectly sure about the way of playing, but we also have a new docking point system, the Harpoon, that is able to catch or to grab enemy airships. So you can try to board them. And you can even catch enemy aircraft. So, who would sell a pirate a fighter plane? You need a lot of fame for this. Or you will be able to catch fighters on your own. So you only get what the enemy is bringing to the fight. You will catch it. You will catch the planes of the enemy and will in that way enhance your squadron. Perfectly awesome new style of playing. And we're still trying, we're still playtesting with these ideas, and the games we played are so weird, but it will make fun. Let's talk about the
next one,
the Battleship.
The Battleship, my most favorite airship, I guess, by the design, because it looked like a flying battleship with fixed mounted flag turrets. So if you have to stay during inside a real combat, a tough combat against anything, against other airships and fighters, that's just your choice. Because
the Battleship is the way to go. Absolutely incredible design. Looks like a submarine or a giant battleship from the dreadnought of old. Really awesome design.
Armored.
The 2 flag turrets are really interesting because they can't be removed, fixed installed, really hard. And then the 2 docking point systems that can't be equipped with dogfighters. You can't equip dogfighters with the Battleship. You have to put something more offensive into them. And yes, but this is, and it's armored, like you said, it's armored.
And
so that means yes, to get a ramp, we will include ramming rules for this one, because why not? And, because we can, and it's absolutely mandatory to do this with this kind of model. And it's armored, and armored means, this is really interesting, it has a lot of structure points and all the crew management thingies from the other airships. But if you do only 1 damage point to a battleship, it's ignored completely. So you have to do at least 2 damage points to score 1 damage. So you need weapons with really punch. You can't forget it to kill a battle airship with machine guns. It will not succeed. Even if you score damage, it's ignored. You need cannons that do at least 2 damage points, or you need the really big ones, the ICMs, you need the aerial torpedoes, you need the rockets, you need all the big stuff, and you need a lot of firepower.
I guess the only thing that maybe help is maybe a hunter, but I guess because of the lack of armor, it's faster. The hunter is made to hunt down other airships, but not battleships. I guess the only thing to get down a battleship is
another battleship. So now you know what you need 2 expansions, because you need 2 battleships each for each faction. No, I think it can be done. It can be done.
Heavy loaded.
But if the enemy brings, or your opponent brings a battleship, and he brings a battleship, you should choose your mission wisely, because you can play to ignore it. You maybe somehow try to ignore it. You use the weather to your comfort, or you try to get it out of the skies with everything you have. But it needs a lot of preparation, but I think it's ultimately fun. And the third ship is the cargo ship. The cargo ship, we also introduced the cargo escort mission, for example, in the standard game, in the core game, and you can use, for example, an Albatros class airship or a Lance class airship, and don't put docking point systems to it. So you have a giant transporter, for example, but you can also use our little cargo ship that comes with 2 docking point systems.
And we have boxes now. We have all the systems packed into the new systems packed into the airship expansion as well, like the Harpoon, the boxes. This is coming with them.
Cargos, infrared searchlights for the night expansion. and this is also something special. Yeah, you have rules for night fighting. You can.
Yeah, but this is night expansion.
Really?
This is night expansion.
Yeah, but the docking point systems are in
the elements are in the night expansion.
Oh.
Yeah, really. Because
Never
night
mind.
expansion by having night systems, you know. You need the night map, but you have exactly. But you have the boxes, and what is inside is not the infrared system. We have something much more interesting. We have the advanced systems, the ray guns, the advanced artillery, the heavy flag. This is everything what we packed inside there. So you can develop that, and then you have more heavily weapons you can use with all the airships. This is it.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside.
Yeah, we have all. Forget about what I said with the night fight. Yeah, you will get a lot of expansions, docking point systems for your airships to make them more lethal, and yeah. But as we are talking about the night expansion, yeah. So we have a night expansion. The double-sided mats, for example, the neoprene mats. On one side it's a day mat, and on the other side is a night mat.
If you like, yeah.
Yeah.
You can combine it as you wish if you are a mat, but